October is National Women's Small Business Month, and rather than me doing my usual tech tip, I thought since Pushing the Envelope is a certified woman-owned small business, that I just get the tips directly from our president, Samantha Scott.
Thanks, Charlene. I'm really excited to be here and talk about this.
I have the pleasure of working with you, but for those that aren't familiar with PTE, could you tell us a bit about the business?
Sure. So Pushing the Envelope was started in 2006. Derek, my husband, and I, which everyone loves, he started the business doing direct mail and printing, and then shortly thereafter we added the services of public relations and marketing.
Okay, so since you started the business, what are 3 things that PTE has accomplished that you're proud of?
There's so many things. I'm really, really grateful for the many blessings we've experienced over the 11 years being in business, but I'd say one of them would be becoming a certified minority woman-owned small business. That was a big accomplishment for us, and we're really proud of that, which is why this month is so special to us.
Yeah.
But also starting our intern program, and at this point, I think we've had about 40 interns.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome, and we're really excited about that because when I was in college, I had the opportunity to work in my field and learn a lot, so kind of combining theory with application, and we're really happy to be able to do that for other interns now and help the next generation of PR practitioners. But then I'd also say our community involvement. You know, it's really grown over the years, and our Can It campaign, which is coming up starting this month, little plug there, is also really awesome. So thousands of pounds of food for the needy in our community. Really proud of that.
Those are awesome things.
Thanks. And you're part of it.
All right, so we talked about the good things. What are some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome as a business owner?
Well, starting a business when you're young, I graduated from college when I was 20. We started the business, I just turned 21. There's a lot of things that I didn't know. Even though I had worked in the industry for some time, there were things that I had to learn by going through them and making mistakes. So, you know, that happens in every industry, in everybody's career. Those are just some things that kind of helped me in the beginning become a little bit more, but also, you know, starting out young and you're trying to show that you can do the work and you're talking with somebody that's been in business for 20 years, that's sometimes a stumbling block.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you know, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak, and we were given the opportunity to showcase our work and skills and abilities and then learn along the way.
Yeah, the life lessons that you've acquired by starting your business at such a young age has been a tremendous learning opportunity for myself, and I know some of the others that you work with.
That's awesome. I'm glad. You bet.
We're glad that you took the risk. Okay, so from your perspective, what are the biggest challenges faced by women who own business or are in business leadership roles?
Oh, there's many, and I think it really depends on the individual, right? So my perspective and even my personality impacts the way that I operate our business. I tend to be a pretty type A driven person. Most people know that, maybe a little bit too much. So I really put business first. So through my 20s, it was all about work and accomplishments and moving forward, not so much about personal achievements or those kind of things. So I think that's a struggle whether you're male or female, but I think it's definitely pointed out more when you're a woman about trying to balance your life with your work. And that's a struggle everybody faces. But also I think there are some industries, you know, we've been fortunate to work in the motorsports industry for almost 10 years. That's heavily male dominated. So when you have a female come in and supposed to be working in that, promoting motorcycles and knowing the difference between, you know, a fat boy and a Sportster, things like that, that can be intimidating for some people. And there might be some doubt, but I think do your homework and study and knock them dead. There's no reason why, just as I'm a woman, that I can't do something.
Exactly. We can have it all, and we prove that we do it well.
That's right.
Good job. All right, so not to say that we're competing, because as women, we're uplifting each other, right?
That's right.
But women-led businesses are growing, so how do you keep it fresh and stay ahead of the pack?
Well, research is one of the top things. You know, our team really, really focuses on that. So from a professional development perspective, we invest in that. Our team members have time to do that every single week, every single month, and then we also have scholarship funds available too. So that's one of the #1 ways we do that. But the other part is benchmarking, right? So again, lifting each other up in a mindset of abundance versus scarcity.
Yeah.
We're looking at what others are doing, and then we also give back in that way too. So like our quarterly power hour sessions where we bring people in, whether they're our competitors, whether they're industry professionals, whether they're just, you know, even clients that come in, we want to educate them. So we learn from each other.
That's awesome. That is definitely a few tweetable things right there. So women empowering other women. That's
Absolutely.
Amazing. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Right? All right. So company culture is another thing that I enjoy about working here. And we've had opportunities to learn more about what that actually means. So one of the things that I wanted to have you talk about and let others know about is how much the company gives back and why that's important to you.
Yeah, my family, I come from a family of civil servants. My mother's a paramedic, my father's a police officer, my in-laws, work in, social services, and it's just been instilled in me from a childhood, really.
Yeah.
It's important to me personally, and I just believe it's doing the right thing. I'm very grateful to be honored with the Apex Award recently, and that's very exciting and touching, but, I really feel like it's just being honored for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's how we chose to run our business, was helping where we could help. So either giving of time, talent, or treasure.
Yeah.
We're not always able to do big sponsorships because we are a small business, but we can certainly give of our time and we can certainly give of our talent. Mm-hmm. So we do that through our Can It campaign that I mentioned, which is coming up, and that's our food drive. We do that through our Power Hour, which is our educational series. We also do it through our intern program. We've helped Habitat for Humanity. We just really try to make an impact where there is a great need.
Yeah.
And our grant program addresses that too. So helping people learn how to help themselves.
Yeah.
That I believe is the best kind of empowerment and help when you're giving a hand up instead of a handout.
It is. It really is, and it has been an inspiration to me. Like I
Good.
said, I feel like if I could just bottle you up and share you with so many other women, but then I want to keep you to myself.
Well, that's how we're doing this with this, right?
This is true. This is true. So you're getting a little bit of what I get every day. You're welcome. All these good things, and you're pretty much an angel. I see your halo now.
Gosh, no.
But how do you think company culture impacts, a business?
In lots of ways. From one, you are living proof for that, right? One of the things that was appealing to you about coming and pushing the envelope was the fact that we are involved in the community. So when you're thinking about trying to get new employees and grow your business, if you start small, you have to grow from there. Being involved in the community is one great way of doing that, kind of showcasing your mission and your values and how you connect with the community you're part of. But it also helps with clientele too. We've had clients that have come on because they might be on a board with me, or they might be involved in another community program that I'm involved with, or somebody else on our team is involved with. So we're creating connections based on a commonality and something that's an interest. But it's also great too because then we're leading by example.
Yeah.
So when we're encouraging our clients from a PR perspective to get involved with the community and do things like that, we're living that out, and they can kind of see it as an example.
So true. So true. I'm glad you said it and not me. It sounds better. All right. All right. So what makes PTE different?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. One, our internship program is definitely different, but really our focus on strategy and measurement really sets us apart.
Yeah.
We're not an ad agency, so that typical give us lots of money so we can make these media buys and get tons of exposure. Advertising is really something that we view as just one tool in our toolbox. We focus on strategy. What is the source of the issue? How can we strategically execute to change that? And then how do we test and measure along the way? So strategy drives everything that we do, and then we use specific channels to execute that, whether it's marketing, PR, social media, email, mobile, etc. Really focused in on what the client's goals are and their needs, and then testing and measuring every single month, every quarter, and then every year to make sure that we're moving the needle the right way.
Yeah. It sounds like the best way to do it. You're able to then show value.
Absolutely. Right. And if we need to make changes, sometimes we come up with a plan, we think this is going to be great, and maybe something needs to be tweaked, we can do that. Yeah. And then we know what we're doing, and we know if it's working or not because we're measuring that. And the client knows exactly what the ROI is too.
Well, I would try to work for you, but I already do.
You do!
Okay, so PTE was recently voted Gulf Shore Business's best PR firm, right?
Awesome! Go team!
What does that mean to you?
That's really special to me because that was something that we couldn't acquire on our own. Others had to vote for us. Yeah. So to me, it's really humbling to feel like there are so many others that view us that way, and it really just makes me want to work harder. I think our team was inspired by that. Yeah. We all really got jived about it. It's something exciting, and now we want to keep up and work harder to keep that title.
Exactly. You kind of have to prove it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
People think that I'm the best. Now I have to live up to this. So that's awesome. I know for me it was amazing to even be in that room with other people and then to win. Absolutely.
And there's so many great, practitioners in our area that it really is awesome to think, wow, we're working hard and it's paying off.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about the PTE internship program. So we know that you're giving back. You do the grant program, and we're writing grants for other businesses and organizations. But specifically, what advice would you give to women who are interested in taking that leap and becoming a business owner?
I would say don't let your limitations hold you back. I learned that from a client a long time ago, was when you're concepting something, don't think about all the things that could go wrong or all of your limitations. Think about all the things that could go right.
Yeah.
Think about the positives. So I would say go into it with your eyes wide open and know that if you do jump in, it may not be perfect.
Yeah.
You may make mistakes. Things may not go right. But plan ahead, have a good plan and a solid base. Talk to the Small Business Association, talk to the SBDC. They're at FGCU, really easy to talk to. And these are folks that want to help you. So I would say, don't let your fears hold you back. Go for it.
Yeah, those are great resources. All right, so what advice would you then give yourself now after, having all this experience?
This is something that's personal for me. This may not be advice that everyone can apply. Maybe you can. But for me, I'd say be kinder to myself. I care a lot about the work that we do. And in fact, everyone at Pushing the Envelope does. And that's something that really makes us unique and special and bonds us. But then that means if something doesn't go right, you take it really personally. And sometimes that's hard. But also knowing that you have to balance your work and your life. I work a lot, but I also make time for myself, for my husband, for my family, for my friends, for hobbies, those kind of things, because that's important.
Yeah.
And that was something that took me a long time to learn. So be kinder to yourself.
Yeah. You have to give yourself that wellness check, because we want you here doing this for a long time.
Right.
You're so young, and we don't want you to burn out fast.
No.
All right. So you mentioned the SBA and the
SBDC.
But there's something that I think we have here that, could you share a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we have Compass, and that's our a la carte program that we started about 2 years ago, and it's designed specifically for small businesses, startups, and nonprofits, although we have other larger companies that use it too. And really what it's designed for is to help people with really specific needs and smaller budgets.
Yeah.
So we're able to take essentially what we have honed over the last 11 years, put it into bite-sized packages, and make it something that's really easy to apply. So if you're a small business, if you're a startup and you don't have a lot of money but you need help, Compass can help you with that.
Yeah, so that's good. So I know thinking financials is probably always a big issue in starting a business. So this is an opportunity to kind of be met where you are.
Yes, right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, specific needs. And in October, we're doing a special because it's Women's Small Business Month. And it's 50% off your first month of service with Compass if you sign up in October.
In October, okay? So don't call us. I'm just joking. Call us at any time. The number is... for more information on Women's National Small Business Month, please visit us at getpushing.com. And as always, you can join me for tech tips on Facebook and Instagram, or just by visiting at Get Pushing on all social channels.